Hi guys, Vedant's Computing here. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to play rock, paper, scissors with your very own BBC Microbit. So you can see here's the code that I've got. The first thing I've done is I've imported random, and that random module will make sure that the shapes I've chosen are completely random because we don't want the same shape to be coming up again and again. So we want to have a fair chance to win against this computer. The next thing I've done is I've created a list called shapes, and it has 3 images inside. As you can see, the images are rock, paper, and scissor. And I've also got 25 numbers inside each shape, and I'll explain why. You can see that the numbers are separated into sets of 5, and they're separated by colons. And this is because if you look on the BBC Microbit, you will see that the Microbit has 25 LEDs, and you'll see that it's arranged in a 5 by 5 grid. So that means that the first row over here corresponds to the first set of numbers right there. So 0990 is the top row of the BBC Microbit. And then as you work along the sets of numbers, it goes down the rows. So the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, which is why we have 5 sets of numbers. And the 0 means that the LED will be off. Alright, so 0 currently is the first number there out of those 25 numbers, and that first number would be the top left LED. So 0 means that the LED will be off. So when we see the shape rock, you see that this LED will be off. Then the numbers 9 mean that these 3 LEDs will be on. So you see it says 999. These 3 LEDs will be fully on. And then the last LED, the fifth one here, will be off because of 0. And what exactly does 9 mean? Well, 9 means that the LED will be on the highest brightness because you can actually change the brightness of the LEDs here. So if I change the number to 5, it would obviously be a lot dimmer, and if I change it to 1, it would be the dimmest you can get. And you can see I followed the same concept for the other two. I've just put them on the highest brightness because I want to make sure you guys can see it properly. And the next thing I've done, made a while true, and that while true has a gesture is equal to accelerometer.current gesture. So I'm setting the gesture to the current state of the BBC Microbit. So now that this will be responsible for this. All right. So the gesture will control whether the microbit is being shaken, or whether the face is up, or whether the face is down. So the microbit can actually detect that using its sensors on the back. And then the next thing I've done is I've made an if statement if the gesture is equal to shake. So if accelerometer.current gesture is shake, and that shake literally means shake, if the microbit is being shaken, then it will display.show random choice of shapes. What this means is it will show a random shape from the list shapes. Okay, so the list shapes is the one that we created up here. All right, so display.show random.choice shapes. So completely random shape will be taken from the list shapes. And random.choice only works because we imported the random module. If we didn't import the random module, it would show us an error as this is not defined. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys now what it looks like when I shake the BBC Microbit. All right, here we go. So this is the Microbit here. And here you can see we've just shaken it, and we have a shape here. This is an X for scissors. All right, and if you look at scissor, where it says hashtag scissor, you see that the image says 90009, which means the farthest LED on the left will be on the highest brightness, then the next three will be off because of the zeros, and the one on the right will be fully on and on the highest brightness. Then if we shake it again, we see we have rock now. So remember how I said the top left LED will be off here for rock, and it is, and then the other the other 3 corners are also off as well. So that kind of looks like a rock. And then the last one you probably saw before is there we go, that's a paper. So there we have rock, paper, scissors on your BBC Microbit. So that's how you play it. So you could just have one hand doing this and the other hand shaking uh, the your actual hand, shaking your hand, and then you could decide whether you want rock, paper, or scissor. And it's a completely fair game, I think, now. But if we add more combinations here, we can actually add another variation of the game called rock, paper, scissors, LizardSpock. Okay? And if you don't know how this works, you can see that there's a website here called instructables.com, how to play rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock. This is how it works. It's the same concept as the original one. Scissor cuts paper, paper covers rock, paper disproves Spock, and rock crushes scissors. There's all these different combinations here. Same concept for these three, but then these two new people actually allow you to have a lot more um, combinations here than before. So there's an equal chance of everyone winning here. So lizard poisons Spock, Spock smashes scissors, scissors decapitates lizard, Spock vaporizes rock. Rock crushes, yeah. These are all different combinations. If you want to learn that for yourself, you can learn that. And if you want to play this variation of the game, all you need to do is add the 2 extra images to your list, and then the computer will do the rest at choosing them. So there you go. I've added Spock and lizard, and now if I flash this code to the microbit, you will see what this code looks like. So let me flash the code to the microbit, and you're able to see these 2 extra shapes that I've added. There we go. So I connect. There we go. I flash this. There we go. It's flashed, and then I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. This is actually explained by Sheldon on The Big Bang Theory. If you want to see that, you can. I'll leave a link to it in the description because it's on YouTube. So here we go. This is rock. We've seen this before, right? Then this is Spock, because the reason I put a V is because if you look at the website, Spock actually makes a V shape with his hand right here. Spock makes a V shape with his hand. So that's why I thought V would be the easiest shape for him. Then the next shape is obviously scissors. We've seen that. Rock, paper, Spock. Where is it? Lizard should come eventually. There we go. So the L is for lizard is fairly easy because I couldn't think of anything else to put for lizard. I mean, lizard is quite a vague shape. So there you go. I've put an L for lizard there. All right. Okay. So that's the Python editor, rock, paper, scissors, and rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock. If you want to play either of those, you can go ahead and write up this code. And if Python isn't your thing, then you could also try the easy Microsoft uh, make code editor here. And you could see that you could basically drag and drop LEDs. So instead of writing all those zeros and nines, you could just select how many LEDs you want to turn on, and then you just click play. There you go. On start, show LEDs, it will show all of the LEDs. So that's basically what your microbit will look like if you use this. And if you really don't want to use blocks either, then you could try JavaScript if JavaScript is your thing instead of Python. This is fairly easy as well. So here you go, basic.show LEDs, and you can choose which LEDs you want on, which LEDs you want off. So that's all for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. I will leave a link to the Big Bang Theory episode where Sheldon explains rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock if you want. It's quite funny, actually. And I will also leave a link to the BBC Microbit documentation for the Python editor because there's a lot more things you can do that I haven't showed you. So that's all, and I'll see you in the next one. Please do like and subscribe. Thank you.